group is out and about ready to send this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right to the air, Burrow. Gets him on the end route. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
First get of the game here to Chase Brown. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now it becomes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Burrow to the air now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Ravens force the turnover on the first series of this game. Well, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3-and-out partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Hey, Alpha, sit on! What? Put it in!
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Wideout's getting involved with the ground game. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
This was certainly a call mixed into the game plan this early to try and start the guessing game defensively. Just another wrinkle for that group to deal with.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when you're...
Wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away.
I'm posting it now.
He fields it from the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Gets it downfield. It's Chase. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
Here we go.
46-yard line.
Burrow now on 1st down. Setting up the screen. pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11, and it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in Madden. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Give on second, it's Brown. Escapes the defender. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. Offensive line fast.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, Kate.
First down, Burrow to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals reach pay dirt. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll take the lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Making some progress here. He showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That one's going to be brought to an end by Shamar Stewart.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Lamar's going to keep this one. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Horde, last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be third down.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it in addition to slinging it all over the field.
It's on! Hey, it's on! Change it.
Now Jackson on third down. And let's get to him and take him down. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Big strike here to Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-6 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pitch it to Henry. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Stopped by Fournier Oroku.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defense linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go.
Hey, middle.
Lamar now from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Ty Chandler to return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. He lofts one deep, center of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Dumped off to his running back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback. But on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. This connects with Higgins. They're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Big 13.
Now shotgun handoff to Brown. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Here we go. The hot. 180. It's hot. 11. The hot.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Gets him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
11 mighty. Hey, can.
From the red zone on 1st. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Let's get set. Dad. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Dad.
Here's Burrow. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a second quarter lead. McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bengals jump in front now by 5. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Play fake, Jackson. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. 48, O'Rourke with the pick. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. It took that rush to impact the quarterback. It took that linebacker to deliver on the other end, a critical takeaway.
And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Kid arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Stop. 180. 11 Thomas. Stop.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here we go. 180.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
To the air again, it's Burrow. He finds him beyond the marker. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Right, 80. Stop.
From the gun, they get to Brown. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Now Burrow. He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow their lead just before halftime. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there are so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Hill now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. At their own 29-yard line. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. This is complete to Waller. He is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good big and that 1st down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Trouble brewing, and the Bengals bring him down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, even the toughest in the league to catch could still be caught at times. It just takes a defense that's determined and relentless. And the real big key, when you get that split second, you got to take advantage of that opportunity. Defense just did.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finds a seam down the middle. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down throw for Jackson. Going deep here for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Jackson now on 3rd. Going all the way to the end zone here. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all did. And the lead is back down to 9.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
Plenty of time to attack that deficit, but here we go. They're attacking already, going on sides in the first half. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
On one, ready?
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
11. Here's
Burrow setting the throw. Cut out left. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the left side. McPherson's kick is good. And that grows their lead to 12. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
A little bit, yeah.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10.
Ready, shot. Quarantine.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. That run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. To really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Chicken good quality.
They go right back to him. Another carry for the receiver. Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
All right, this is a little bit odd. I think in most spots we'd expect to see them decline the call, take the lost yards and down.
All I can think of here is they've got some extreme confidence, maybe hubris in their defense to make a similar type of play, but just tack on even more negative yards lost.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. On a quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here we go. 180. 11 Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Burrow to the air now. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Got 11. Ready?
Looking to throw, Burrow. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Burrow on the play action. He's going to push one deep down the right. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit.
I thought that was for me.
Ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch.
Nobody ain't relayed a message.
Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
He connects downfield. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. And that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end. Well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Here we go with Brown. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense is having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
They pitch it out to him here. Stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
First down run. Nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Well, I don't think our audience heard it, Brock. I hope they did. But as soon as he broke forward with that football, you were saying, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. You saw the path that he was taking at that end zone.
Well, the only reason I and everybody here got to see it happen is because of what their coaches saw, that this defense wasn't giving him the respect he deserved as a runner, and leaving space for him, that's dangerous because he ran it all the way home right here in the red zone.
Right side, they're going to pitch it. And that play reaches the end zone. The 2-point conversion slings the lead down to 4.
That is terrific technique by the quarterback right there. As soon as you feel those defenders crashing down on you, you got to get it out to your back, flip it to them in stride for the conversion.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Chandler now on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
I'm 1, right?
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Here we go. Take third, 11, 11.
Here's Brown to start the drive. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
On one, ready?
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. It's caught at the 25. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals now lead by 10. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Yeah, next year.
From the gun, Jackson. Walker hauls it in. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers. Know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Rolling out to his left. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
Alpha, Alpha, sit on. 180, 180.
Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. 3rd and just 2 to go.
180. Sit on.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down.
Ready, shot. Sit on. Sit on.
He's going to score a touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. A perfect design run for him, Brock, at the perfect time. What a gain, and as you tell me all the time, this is something we're seeing a lot more now than we did when, well, you were playing, buddy.
It is an offense's best friend, and it's a defense's nightmare. A quarterback that can scoop.
Lamar and the Ravens all set for this 2-point try.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Pitch play, left side. And he's taken out at the 2. He can't find a way into the end zone. And the conversion attempt fails.
31. Ravens 26.
They got a touchdown, but that is only half the job. Still got to get this kick back and score another. And the Bengals this hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Only went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Burrow. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Cade, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
11. Here we go. Stop. 180. Place hot. 11 MT. Stop.
3rd and long for him here. He's got Gesicki complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection.
Luckiest game of his
Almost looked
life.
like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
1st down carry for Brown. Nothing doing here as he only manages the open. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Big 13. Shot.
Here's Brown again. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On point, ready?
Ravens crowding the passing lanes. They go into the dime for 3rd down.
Here we go.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. It's caught. Chase has it. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. McPherson to add the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals push the lead up to 12.
26.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Wide receiver on to start this series. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Jackson keeping it himself. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you, because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
The defense wins this rep. That's stuck at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Burrow setting up the play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Shot.
To the air on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The #1 thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens down by 12. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Hey, middle.
Lamar off the play fake. Buying some time, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Yeah, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Brown. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals go up by 19. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
It's a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it 3rd down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. They come through with a massive gain there on 4th down, 24 yards, and it's a 1st down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to score a touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. A game-breaking play there, stunning the defense and giving this offense one for the highlight reel, baby.
Yep, just put another one on there, Kate. He is a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. The defense, well, they had him ready to go. They were ready to body him up in coverage, but receivers today, and we see it all the time, the best of them, they don't just do it through the air. They can use their legs as a weapon. That's a big-time touchdown run.
The 2-point try does not work out, and I'm not sure this flag is going to save him either. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And that's the Bengals who are on that one, and that's a wrap on this ball game. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. We're going to pass it here. On him quick, and they bring him down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on 2nd.
11 mighty. 11. Here we go. Stop.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. On the move, headed right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Now Burrow leading his Bengals up as they go for 2.
Here, 12.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Headed out right. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead.
Ravens 32. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Ooh, the wide receiver getting it to begin the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. All right, here we go. Second down. Another give to the wideout. Man, he has been busy. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. And Bengals with an extra DB out there now. Third down.
79 Bronco, 19 Tiger, 19 Lion.
Here's the backup. First throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
This undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest. Desperation time here on 4th. Trying to push deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. Reaching that end zone to end an already decided game is effort with a capital E.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Baltimore.